Have you ever walked into a room and felt the walls of a prison you couldn't see begin to close in? A prison not of brick and mortar, but a perception built by your own mind. Your heart beats a little faster. Your breath becomes shallow. A voice, silent to everyone else, screams a single question in your head. What are they thinking about me? This is shyness, and we are tempted to believe it is an immutable part of us, a flaw etched into our very biology. But what if we have misunderstood it completely? The Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung would suggest that shyness is not a personality trait, but a form of provincialism. Think of your own life, your own experiences, as a small, familiar village. This is your province. You know its customs, its language, its landscape. It is safe. And when you encounter someone from another province, someone of a different age, class, beauty, or intellect, your mind does not see a fellow human. It sees a foreigner, an ambassador from a land you cannot comprehend. You silently tell yourself, they are from the land of the beautiful, and I am from the province of the average. They are from the kingdom of success, and I am from the town of the obscure. And so you believe there can be no grounds for laughter, for a playful remark, for connection. The otherness itself becomes an insurmountable barrier. But here is the first crucial insight. The shy person does not intend to be cold or unfriendly. In fact, they are touchingly, painfully aware of the other person. They are so terrified of being a nuisance, of disrupting the social field, that they choose the safety of silence. They are, in a twisted way, being overly considerate. So what is the way out? How do we tear down these self-constructed walls? The ancients discovered the antidote. As trade and travel brought vastly different peoples into contact, a new mindset emerged, a psychological cosmopolitanism. This was not about being a gregarious extrovert. It was a philosophical stance voiced by the Roman playwright Terence. I am human, so nothing human is foreign to me. Let that sink into the deepest parts of you. Nothing human is foreign to me. The cosmopolitan looks at the CEO and the janitor, the supermodel and the shy boy, and sees past the surface markers of their particular province. They see, or simply have the faith to guess at, the shared human core beneath.
But how do we, the tongue-tied and the awkward, access this core? The answer lies not in trying to change who you are, but in discovering what else you are. And this leads us to the most critical concept in Jungian psychology for overcoming shyness: the shadow. Your shadow is the part of your own psyche that you refuse to acknowledge. It contains the traits, desires, and potentials you have been taught to repress. Perhaps your assertiveness, your wildness, your anger, or even your own unique brand of confidence. Because you cannot accept these parts within yourself, you project them onto others. That beautiful woman isn't just beautiful. In your mind, she is the confidence you disown. That successful man is the authority you feel you lack. You see them not as they are, but as carriers of your own rejected self. You are, in effect, afraid of your own shadow cast upon the world. So the journey from shyness to connection is not about learning clever tricks. It is an inner expedition. It is about reclaiming your projections. It is about turning the provincial mind into a cosmopolitan one by first making peace with the unknown territories within your own soul.
Think about that for a moment. When you feel that social anxiety grip you, what part of yourself are you refusing to see? What potential are you projecting onto the person across the room? And this inner work has a direct physical counterpart. A modern psychologist, Jordan Peterson, frames this in terms of dominance hierarchies. When you walk into a social situation, your ancient brain interprets it as entering a dominance contest. Your heart beats because the party is perceived as a monster that is judging you, placing you low in the hierarchy. And so what do? You make yourself small. You hunch your shoulders. You send the signal, I am no threat. But this posture of low dominance only reinforces the feeling of fear. And internally, your focus becomes entirely self-obsessed. What are they thinking about me? Am I looking foolish? I'm sweating too much. The solution is deceptively simple, yet incredibly difficult in the moment. You must force your attention outward. You cannot simply stop thinking about yourself. The command, don't be self-conscious, is as useless as don't think of a white elephant. Instead, you must give your mind a new
new task. Look at them. Use your eyes. Really look. Why? Because when you look at another person, you can actually see what they are thinking. You can read their micro-expressions. You are gathering data instead of catastrophizing. You are engaging with the world, not with the terrifying narrative in your head.
The eye, as Peterson calls it, the capacity to pay attention, is the thing that enables you to navigate any social situation. It is what pulls you out of the internal spiral of doom and into the present moment. The Egyptians worshipped Horus, the falcon-headed god of the eye, for a reason. The capacity to pay attention is what rescues us from the depths. So, the next time you feel that anxiety rise, you have a choice. You can retreat into your provincial mind, hunch over, and become lost in your own fear. Or you can take a breath and push your attention outward. You can begin the work of a psychological cosmopolitan. But how do you make that choice when your body is screaming at you to run? How do you bridge the gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it? That is the critical moment. The moment between the impulse to retreat and the decision to engage. And for that, we need a tool, a psychological lever, a way to hijack your own nervous system and step into a different version of yourself. We will find that tool in a surprising place, in the space of just 5 seconds.
In that moment of social fear, your body is not your friend. It is a tense, trembling instrument of escape. The voice trembles because the body trembles. So before you can master your mind, you must first master your body. And the most powerful tool for this is something the Navy SEALs use to stay calm in life or death situations. Box breathing. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 4. Hold for 4. This isn't just calming. It's a direct signal to your nervous system that you are not, in fact, under attack. You are reclaiming sovereignty over your own physiology. But a calm body is only the beginning. You now face the precipice of action. The impulse to speak, to approach, to connect is there, but it is immediately followed by a wave of hesitation, of fear. This window is incredibly small. You have about 5 seconds before your brain kills the impulse. This is where Mel Robbins' 5-second rule becomes your catalyst. The moment you have the instinct to act, you must physically move before your mind talks you out of it. You count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you move. You stand up. You walk over. You open your mouth and speak. You are not using the rule to become someone else. You are using it to awaken the prefrontal cortex, the part of you that can choose courage over comfort. You are using it to act on your own behalf before your protective provincial mind can sabotage you.
But what about the fear itself? That pounding heart, the sweaty palms. Here is the final psychological key. Fear and excitement are the exact same physiological state. Your heart races in both. You sweat in both. Your body is in a state of high arousal. The only difference is the label your brain slaps on the feeling. So you can actively choose to relabel it. When you feel the fear before speaking up, you do not try to calm down. You lean into the arousal and you tell yourself, I am excited. I am excited to share this idea. I am excited to meet this person. I am excited to learn something new. This is not positive thinking. This is cognitive reframing. You are hijacking the narrative of fear and replacing it with the narrative of opportunity. You are, in that moment, choosing the mindset of the cosmopolitan who sees a stranger not as a threat, but as a potential source of connection and discovery. Now, let us bring this all together. The Jungian understanding with the practical tools. Your shyness is a provincialism, a projection of your shadow. The solution is to integrate that shadow, to recognize that nothing human is foreign to you, and to understand that the otherness you fear in the stranger is actually a disowned part of yourself. The path is threefold. First, the inner work. Journal, reflect. Ask yourself, what qualities in others make me feel shy or intimidated? Then, bravely ask, how might I be refusing to develop that quality within myself? This is the slow, deep work of self-reclamation. Second, the outer practice. You must desensitize yourself. Start small. Make a toast at dinner with friends. Stand up on a Zoom call. Each time you use the 5-second rule to initiate the action, and you push your attention outward, using your eye to truly see the people you're speaking to. Third, the moment of action. When the fear arises, you deploy the sequence. 1. Acknowledge the physiology. Feel your heart race. 2. Reframe the narrative. Tell yourself, I am excited. 3. Calm the system. A quick box breath. 4. Activate the will. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This is not about becoming a loud, boisterous extrovert. That would be just another persona, another mask. This is about becoming whole. It is about moving from a life lived in a small, fearful province of the self to a life of psychological cosmopolitanism, where you can engage with the vast, strange, and beautiful world, and all the people in it, not as a threat, but as a part of your own extended human family. The Roman poet Terence's words were not just a nice sentiment. They were an instruction manual for a soul that is free. I am human, and nothing human is alien to me. Let that be your mantra. Let it be the foundation you build upon. So the next time you walk into a room and you feel the old walls begin to rise, you have a choice. You can remain a prisoner of your own provincial mind, or you can take a breath, reframe your fear as excitement, count backwards from 5, and take one step into the vast and welcoming world of what it truly means to be human.